It's Warchief time! Whether or not he's your Warchief, always good to have new toys, and we've heard that this is a solo tank. I guess in the end it's up for the community to decide. Got to look at some of his abilities last week. I'm curious first up, just to look at his general health. This here's a nice new sight, Psionic Storm. Kind of a random name, came out around Malthael's time. But it does let you sort heroes based on health. You can see Stitches all the way up there. And Garrosh, sitting at 2,049, is actually sitting about the health pool of Lucio, Olaf, Tassadar. Kind of interesting, but we can expect at 0 health he would have 50 mana, or 50 armor, so we can expect that he's reducing quite a bit of the damage along the way. At least having, I mean, bare minimum 15 armor most fights, you could assume. What's his attack damage looking at? Attack range, 1.2. Always kind of cool to see this. Some characters like Leoric able to reach over the top of others because they're such tall guys. So we're looking at about the range of a lot of our melees here. Varian, Gazlo, Diablo, some of our bigger guys too. But some of them do have that increased attack range, would let them hit over the tops of heroes, particularly Leoric. If you entomb somebody, someone's in front of you, you can still auto-attack your entomb target. And some of them just have straight-up range, like Kerrigan, who's using those wings. Well, that's good. Attacks per second. DPS. Ah, he's, okay. About middle of the road there, too. Interesting. It's going to be impossible to know this guy's survivability before we actually get into him too deep. But let's go ahead and look at... Nothing fancy there. Good-looking model, though, for sure. Doesn't have that sort of plastic shine like Samuro has. Well, let's go take some damage and activate our base trait here, Armor Up. Garrosh gains 1 armor for every 2% of maximum health missing. Kind of like some sort of Zul'jin. Oh, interesting. I guess we'll figure out what that horde symbol's about. Really? 4 from that? Well, I guess I am missing a % of my health. Gosh, that goes up pretty quick. It's probably going to be really hard to tell without actually getting into the nitty-gritty math second to second of it. But I am curious to see a controlled situation and if armor is applied after the hit. Let's just give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Let's go to game speed. We'll put it to real slow like. So we can really see every one of these hits flying at him. Now, does that take me below? Well, you can definitely see it on the bars there. How much less damage it's doing per hit. It's certainly not going to solo a boss at 1, by any means. We'll get a fresh Garrosh. Yeah, so does hit that 49, of course, because he can't go to 50. It's complete armor, too. Physical and spells. So just plain old armor. Darn powerful. Get up to speed. Well, let's see what the mark is about. That would be Wrecking Ball. 60 mana, cool, pretty expensive. What are we looking at here? 55, 30, okay. So mana issues will be a thing. Throw a nearby enemy hero, minion, or mercenary to the target location, dealing damage to enemies near the impact and slowing them for 30% for 2.5 seconds. That's a long time for a 30% slow. So is that what I'm doing here? If I have a mark on that guy? Seems to be my target. Let's go ahead and get the minions rolling again and see what happens there. Because it does target minions, mercenaries. You can't throw bosses. Can't throw monsters. That'd be a little broken, I guess. So let's see. I'm locked onto that guy. Yep, that does seem to be the case. And looks like I actually have 1 mark at a time. Yeah, so it really does only mark 1 thing at a time. Doesn't attach it to everything in favor in some sort of order or engage. I'm guessing if I was dead even between the two, but really, look at that. I mean, that is going to be easy to screw up. Here, let's see if we can... Yeah, it's going to be very ruinable. Now, one of the things I'm doing here, I have it on quick cast. So this is my range, the inner circle. And then that is my cast range. So it is based on me. I'm not selecting the target and then throwing. I'm actually putting my mouse in the back here selecting where I want them to go at the end. Alright, let's do the Diablo thing. Required by law. There you go, Thrall. 16 seconds on that. Good range on it, too. I wonder if we can increase the range over time. It's gonna be so hard to know his survivability with a constantly changing armor bar. Wouldn't really want a Morales healing you. Ruin all your sweet armor. Really mana efficient there. What's next? Bloodthirst. 12-second cooldown. 16, 16, 8. Deal damage to an enemy hero or an enemy. And heal for 10% of Garrosh's missing health. Health is increased by 100% against heroes. So, 128. Still got those cooldowns off. Yeah, 35. And of course we're healing ourselves, so we're losing health along the way. Boy, you're not going to be able to do that very well. It's a decent little hit, though. Spell damage hit, too. Hit with the axe, but still giving that spell damage. Okay, so kind of like Stitches, but missing health, not total health. Seems useful. Would ruin a bit of your own armor, perhaps, but if you're using this at low health, probably doesn't matter. Groundbreaker, 30 mana, cooldown 8 seconds. Deal 88 damage to enemies in an area. Heroes hit by the outer edge are pulled towards Garrosh. Well, here's something that you might not want on quick cast day 1, but will become rather important over time. Enemies? Or just heroes? Heroes. Okay, doesn't pull through terrain. So if I'm chasing him, it does have quite the cast time. Neat, though. It'll be interesting to see if that counts as a silence. Kind of like when you get hit by a Chen in a barrel. Or if it's going to be quick. It has a bit of an air time, doesn't it? Whereas something like Raynor's penetrating round, that tends to just hit rather immediately and you don't feel the silence on the back. But if you're silenced for that whole jump, that could be, that's not, you know, horrible. Once you get a feel, I mean, granted, AI Thrall here is making it a little easier for me. And we are without cooldowns. Let's go ahead and trigger those on. And pretend like we're doing some laning against a very, very weak Thrall. How much mana are we going through? Well, we're getting orbs at the moment. Yeah, no way to close on... Oh! Wait, hang on. Oh, that's only enemies. Right. So I couldn't throw... I could throw this. There we go. That's awesome. Wow. 102. That's not too bad. Dealing damage. Wait, does this not do damage to... Let's see. Okay, there's Thrall. Come back, Thrall. Okay, he does take the damage no matter what. But we can slam some damage onto him using a lane minion as they get away. That's gonna be cool. What a sweet... Huh. We've kind of noticed high mobility characters like Tracer and Genji have started taking solo lanes, but also traditionally things like Johanna and now Stitches are taking the solo lane. You can imagine that pretty easily here. Got to self-heal, start beating them up. If and when they even choose to run away, you've got a closer of sense. I mean, oh, no, there we go. Oh, no. Well, it's gonna take some work for sure. No, I need that. Well, cooldowns will be an issue with time. Let's go ahead and start walking through everything else here. It's all gonna combo together so interesting. And in fact, one of the things I've already read about is Body Check, a brand new sort of talent system where, much like Heroics, you select a talent and then other talents become available once we've selected it. Here's one at 20 and here's one at 7. So we'll feel that out as we go. And then we'll probably just do a body check run when it's all over. Warbringer. Pull heroes with Groundbreaker. Okay, was doing it. After pulling 5 heroes, not too hard. Deals an additional, wow, 169 damage. Okay, we're at level 3 here. Let's go ahead and get reset back to 1 so we can see those values. Still looking good. After pulling 15 heroes, reduce Groundbreaker's cooldown by 5 seconds. Damn. Sounds good. Doesn't sound too bad. 5 heroes, too. Ooh! Opening middle fight. You might be able to get that done for how long those things last. Unrivaled strength, increase Wrecking Ball's throw range by 20% and its damage by 100%. Wait a minute. I haven't checked to see... Oh my god. Does this... Wait. Okay. Hang on. It didn't work. But can I... There we... The tower doesn't care much. No. Oh, okay. He is locked back on. So they seem to have done some stuff to prevent me from doing just this. Why don't you care about... Maybe we need to tag along... No. Huh. Why don't you guys care about these? I guess this is like Dragonshire. I mean, this is pretty darn viable. Wait, he's stuck? No, he leashed. Okay. Huh. I wonder if that works on Dragonshire. I don't know. We'll test that. Put it on the test list. So range and damage by 100%. Whew. I like that. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Let's get back in lane. Let's imagine fresh lanes, fresh thrall, beat up Warchief, rolling into lane. Gonna get myself a little heal. Maybe I'll smack this dude around. Give him a chuck in tower range. Oh my god. Okay. I am dealing with. I still have my cooldowns off. So this isn't real yet. Either way. Run for it, throw. And then as he runs for it, Oh, I missed. I mean, you can see it coming together. By the way, did you see that? There's not only the new armor indicators here, but you also have a cooldown indicator. So if you're a spammer like me, and you're waiting on that spell, you can see the timer on the side of the mouse there. Really, really exciting to see this many years into Heroes that they're still just updating the crud out of this game. Body check. Cooldown 20 seconds. Activate to deal 115 damage to the target enemy and slow them by 30% for 2 seconds. Huh. Wonder what the range is. Damage is increased by 200% of armor up's current bonus. And the cooldown amount is increased by 30% if armor's up bonus is above 25. Really cool to have an armor interaction. Funny that it's on a talent. This seems like such a important ability. So let's see. Range. Auto attack. Oh, it is longer than auto attack. What about this guy? Auto attack? That's longer too. So if I'm chasing something, yeah, that's pretty darn useful. Okay. Let's get Thrall back out. I have killed him a few times. Let's go ahead and get back. Ah, looks like our top indicator's broken. 133. All right, my armor's pretty low, so I have to have armor above 25. 20% of armor's up current bonus, and the slow amount is increased if armor's above 25. 203. And with a heal, 31. Let's get myself back below 25. I'm gonna want that range real bad. Let's try this in the controlled environment. Hit.
Killing spree.
62. 25. 181. So that's a little bit of range too, right? So if you're running away. Yeah, interesting ability. Another snag. Gosh, I like this though. It's kind of like the Tychus grenade. I feel like a character that can take mercs and has lane clear becomes more viable. A character with some sort of closer that can go, no, that doesn't get away, is really viable in a Hero League situation where people can kind of limp off. Particularly, you've seen me hearth from a number of bushes where I'm like, how did they forget about me? Let's go to 4. Keeping those values.
Choose a talent.
So for now, gosh, well, I'm gonna go Unrivaled Strength. In for the kill. Increase Bloodthirst damage against non-heroes by 60%. Killing enemies with Bloodthirst resets its cooldown and refunds its mana cost. Well, it is decently expensive. Resets its cooldown. Non-heroes, 60%. Okay. We've kind of been feeling that level 4... level 7 is the longest you can possibly really hope to do a solo lane. Unless you're doing some sort of global split pushing thing. So let's see, if I got to level 4, and things are really that sane... I hit that. Oh, cooldowns. Get things nice and low. They're all you're in the way. So neat. Oh, body block too. He did it to himself.
That was rather entertaining.
Victory.
Okay. Ooh, it does have a bit of accident forgiveness. Like Kerrigan's does. Yeah, that window's pretty small, though, to get things done. Well, it gives a bit more lane push power. Non-heroes. Killing enemies. Okay. So you could use this for really good heals. Oh, so it's basically the Stitches version, except for you, of course, heal for missing health. But on Infernal Shrines, you could use this to repeatedly kill enemies, because that's what the little Shrine Guardians are, and get a bunch of healing. Kerrigan style, Stitches style, but instant. Useful on certain maps. Thirst for battle, basic attacks against heroes reduce the cooldown of Bloodthirst by 2 seconds.
I'll go where I want to go.
Interesting. What's my attack speed? I don't see. Well, you know, we're not gonna know until we feel it. Let's feel it. Is it a 2 second? Oh, it's 2 seconds. Oh, okay. Okay. That could happen. Not a lot, but it could happen. These ones are always tough. Heroes. When do you really get to stand there? I mean, this attack speed is not huge, but it also means you're not losing too much min-max if you're stutter stepping along with the hero creating body blocks and such. Could be interesting. Indomitable. Activate to become unstoppable for 1.5. I think the biggest question is, what button did they put it on? They put it on a 1. Oh, I would love to see it on the D. But Indomitable, 40-second cooldown, 1.5. Cool. Funny how little Malthael takes as level 13. Unstoppable. So I wonder here at level 4. That's pretty darn early. And it does allow you to operate as a coin bank on things like Tomb of the Spider Queen, or hold on to anything on Blackheart's Bay. So it does give him some map viability, even if these other ones are pretty cool for survivability level. No problem with that. We're looking at him being a solo tank anyway. Let's proceed.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
I think for now, geez, it's entirely map dependent, isn't it? Really, really is. This can hit the Battlefield Eternity Immortal too. Oh, but you're not going to kill that thing. Well, let's do Unstoppable then, for now. Intimidation, Groundbreaker reduces the attack speed of heroes hit by 40% for 4 seconds. Groundbreaker. Ooh, does it have anything fancy? Does it let them know? No, he didn't seem to know. Let's try Thrall and see if he knows. Just in general, I want to see if he gets a little slow icon or anything. Well, he's definitely decreased. 4 seconds have passed now, and you can see how he has increased his speed. And that was just a general hit, too, so we didn't even have to hit him with the pull part of it. Okay. Stop attack speeder. Brute Force. Enemies hit by body check receive 50% reduced healing for 4 seconds. What was the cooldown on this guy? 20 seconds? Not too bad. 50% too. Ooh, 4 seconds. That's a great way to reduce certain comps, certain unkillable dudes. I like that a lot. No way to tell until we get in game, though, what that'll feel like. Basic attacks against heroes reduce the target's spell power by 40% for 2.5. Okay. I see it, yeah. You know, it's gonna happen. But this would probably be better against someone like Zarya to stop them from poking your team. I mean, when are you really going to get an auto attack out on Li Ming? Or even KT, where they won't be panic casting. They will panic cast, though. So you slap KT, reduces spell power by 40%, and then he panic casts the Flame Strike, the Phoenix, and the Living Bomb. All reduced by 40%. I can see it coming up, but the real scenario probably is that you walk towards him, he casts all that, you smack him while he's on cooldown, he walks away, tank peels for him, and 2.5 seconds later, after an 8-second Flame Strike cooldown, this didn't matter. Could, you know. But then you got people like Alarak, who are using tons of spells in melee-ish range. So, could be interesting. I don't think the best one here. Into the fray? Oh, mana. Cooldown. Activate to throw a nearby ally and grant them 25 armor for 3 seconds. Deals 120 damage to the nearest enemies on impact. And slows them by... Oh, so it's the same thing. Heroes are unstoppable. Allies. Oh, enemies aren't unstoppable. Yeah. Oh, wow. So if they're midair and I throw them over a root pit by Malfurion, I'm gonna get that? I don't think they'd be friends at all, but let's turn on Malfurion since we're thinking about roots here. We're gonna need...
Choose a talent.
Let's go and do my unrivaled strength. I'll do Indomitable and into the fray. We'll throw our Malfurion brother around. So there's a root, but not in range. Go Malfurion! No. Oh, right, I was hitting the E button. It's now on 2. Ah, oh, gross. Go Malfurion! Nope. Be brave, Malfurion. Get Thrall. Oh, and it's on an... Does it not take my cooldown? Can I really do both? Oh my god, I can. That's absurd. Oh. Wow, I can do both. That's nutty. Huh. What are we working with in terms of range? Yeah, everybody over the wall. It's an invasion. Oh, I can actually reach him over the wall. Gosh, it's hard to... There we go. Get him.
Enemy slain.
Why would you not? Because you want to help other people. But this gives 25 armor. Like, I mean, what is a 40% and a 40% speed when everybody's repositioning all the time and moving around? Can I throw him while he's ridden? Nope, well, we won't find out today. Go, Malfurion! Hey, oh! I didn't think about that, but you could totally get that Illidan or that Chen. If they can just get to the wall, you could throw them back over. Huh. So not only can you cause stupidity, you could stop ally stupidity. We're gonna have to turn these two guys off or they'll war for eternity. Jeez, that seems... I love creative people like Tyrael. Just heroes who you can use. The abilities on their own are kind of lame, right? They're just sort of abilities, but you start putting them in different orders and thinking about how you engage with them. That's really, really cool. Cool. Darn, man. Wow.
Choose a talent.
Didn't play a lot of Tiny in Dota, but always respected the guy. This is pretty darn sweet. I'm really liking that kit. Wow, okay. All right. More buttons into the fray. Warlords. Second cooldown. Silence nearby heroes and force them to attack Garrosh for 1.5. All right. Cool. So nothing attached to it. No mobility. 50 seconds, too. Gosh, that's going to feel so long compared to Varian. Let's get multiple enemies. We'll grab the Lost Vikings. And see. They're just not going to do that much damage to me. That's what I really want to know is, am I going to kill myself? If I run in and do this against a whole team... I mean, I'll activate armor, so that's not a big deal. But I mean, there's no protect like Varian. And even with all the armor in the world, this stuff's gonna hurt.
I'll go where I want to go.
Now, what was this one? Auto attacks? Okay. Bloodthirst, right. So I will be auto-attacking during this. Maybe that is the stack.
Choose a talent.
So I would do maybe
Choose a
body
talent.
check here, thirst
a
for
talent.
battle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's reduce their attack speed after all. They're silenced.
Well done.
Well, that makes a lot more sense now. Because if I'm going to taunt everything, I might as well reduce its attack speed first, and now I'm getting attacks out. Yeah, that looks great. Granted, we don't get our sweep into the fray. I'm also not taking the body check talent here, so we could probably go something else. Oh, Warbringer. Reduce my cooldown. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Choose a talent.
So I go
Choose a
Warbringer,
talent.
Thirst for
Choose a
Battle,
talent.
Attack
talent.
Speed, and Warlord's Challenge. And when I make an engagement, I'll slow everything first, then taunt it. Now I got heals going. Now, granted, now I'm resetting my cooldowns wrongfully, but that seems good. Yeah, you're gonna have to be prepared. You can't just walk in there willy-nilly thinking that you're gonna tank that team. But reducing its Olaf, excuse me. Nope. Wait, there we go. That slowed him. The target dummy locking on there. Doing that little shift. Cool. Wow, that's a darn good build, it seems. I like that a lot.
Untouchable.
Okay.
Choose a talent.
All right, I'm excited. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to calm down.
Choose a
Cool.
talent.
All right. That's awesome. It's
Choose a
gonna.
talent.
I'm gonna get owned. I'm gonna get owned in PTR games today, but it feels really cool. Decimate. Charge cooldown 8 seconds. Ooh. Damage. Slows 30%. Another slow. This is a 30% slow on base. 100% more damage to heroes. Each hero hit. Cooldown reduced by 1 second. Stores 3 charges. Okay. Well, luckily the Lost Vikings haven't given up. Let's go spin on them a little bit.
That was rather entertaining.
Well, it doesn't take any sort of stop. Nothing really clunky about it. But I did hit the wall there.
Blow.
So even spinning on 3 of them like that, still ran out of charges pretty fast. I get 1 second off. Charge going right there. So I've got 1. Oh, they go 1 at a time. Okay. Yeah, I'm only getting 1 back. I thought maybe a charge, all 3 charges would be independent the way they wrote this, with the charge cooldown 8 seconds. Well, I can't say I'm as instantly seduced or even fearful of this ability.
Your killing spree.
But then again, I'm doing it with really low health. And they're not running away. This isn't a situation where we're really feeling that slow in the first place. I mean, what, you got maybe some... Nah, not even really all that good lane clear. I guess in a sort of Zerg wave scenario, that could be... Oh, well, you know, then you have a slow, and then you can really target your abilities, though, right?
Double kill.
But yeah, but that, you know, that, so, okay, so if, let's imagine then, let's get the Lost Vikings out of here, because they're gonna go siege that wall. So let's see, so anything, okay, so I gotta keep people in range of me. That makes sense. So in that case, I would want to do anything here, I guess, but maybe body check. Thirst for battle. Well, again, I'm doing a little bit of lane clear, I guess, so maybe for the kill? I don't know. It seems like, yeah, you do, and then a bit of lane clear with that, so you're clearing it out with some AoE, and then cleaning up the final guys with some free hits and healing. I guess here you're pretty aggressive, so maybe that's where you get to do into the fray. Shame to not... Wrecking Ball. Oh, entirely different ability. Okay, so this doesn't stack with my into the fray. And then you go Decimate? And so you're looking at maybe more of a... Maybe that Infernal Shrines kind of scenario where here comes the lane and you know, I do a little bit of spinning on it. Granted, I'm not getting any increased resets here, but then I can go into just cleanup. You know, wow, well, look at that. Okay. Did that really save me any time, though? It saved me mana, sure. Gave me instant cooldowns, so that's pretty nice. And I would have, if I was low, definitely gotten a lot of health off of something like that. Let's go ahead and feel that as well. Piss off a boss here for a second. Let's see if we can Kerrigan a lane with this build. And the Decimate here making it easier to do so. Not that you couldn't just always Kerrigan the lane once you get to your... Oh. In for the kill? Got a lot of ins. Alright, so... Lane! Yeah, okay. Always good to stay on the field. And if a build like that can help you participate more, you don't need Decimate for it, but does make it easier. Maybe Decimate will get more interesting as we see something that interacts with a slow later in the kit. For now, though, that Warbringer, Thirst for Battle, Intimidation, Warlord's Challenge tank biz seems pretty darn good. You don't need Unstoppable if they're all silenced. Pulling a hero with Groundbreaker grants Garrosh a shield for 6 seconds. It's a sizable shield. Groundbreaker. Oh, interesting. It's a big shield. Let's see if we get multiple shields. I don't see why we would. But I got my tank and build here. And I'm lazily clearing a lane. So 5, okay. Let's see if we can hit more than 1. That's just 1.
Victory or death.
It is your engage. There's 2. Well, it certainly completes a quest. I see it twice, but am I only getting it once? Hard to see the value on it.
That was rather entertaining.
That's 1. Looks like they're about the same. In fact, it looks like they're sort of replacing each other. That won't be happening, but it's a great way to get a kill in try mode. So it seems like the shield replaces itself, or our graphics on shielding sort of scrunch together, but it looked like the value was dissipating at about the same time. How's long this last? 6 seconds. Nice. Blood Craze. When hitting a hero, Bloodthirst heals for an additional 10% of Garrosh's maximum health over 3 seconds. The fact that that's a heal over time is a lot more interesting.
Choose a talent.
So with that, I do engagements, perhaps. Thirst for battle. This would probably work well into my...
Choose a talent.
And I don't get a shield, but 10%. I love that that's a heal over time, because with the armor, that's going to cause some really interesting scenarios. Double up. Armor up can be activated to increase its armor bonus by 100% for 3 seconds. I can assume that this means it does not go over the maximum 75 that we're aware of, but let's check it out. I guess if we take it to about 40, we can see. Okay, and doubles it for the duration. Neat, so still able to go up too. That's good. Well, you certainly take some reduced damage with 75 armor. So another survivability level. So you're getting focused, and you can hit your button. But you also have Unstoppable earlier, so if you're having trouble hitting your button, you can prepare for that. When hitting a hero. Well, negation, shielding, and heal. All those have very interesting interactions in certain environments. That is really a cool choice to give a word. It does go into the kind of, you know, would you rather have better gas mileage or a bigger tank kind of problem. But these are very interesting. And they each have their own interactions on the field. I'm just curious to know which one will be the go-to because it's easier. Pros use it, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Let's go to 16.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
I'm going back into my
Choose a
fun
talent.
build here.
Choose a talent.
Maybe we do a decimate
Choose a
with that.
talent.
For fun here? What I do for fun and throwing people? I guess a heal over time, maybe? I'm not
Choose a
sure.
talent.
Clearly I'm not going to do this one because this pairs the best with reducing the cooldown in the beginning. Armor up, I guess. Oh, well, double up, that would be my... So Blood Craze is probably the generic one because double up would be my body check talent.
Choose
So if I were to
a
go
talent.
body check
Choose a talent.
into, I don't know,
Choose
maybe
a
we'll just
talent.
activate an ability there.
Choose a
Brute
talent.
force,
Choose a talent.
and then
Choose a talent.
armor up, right? Let's turn off cooldowns. But this is affected by armor. So I hit 302, and armor's still going up, so this is still just going up. And if I max it, 4, woo, adds a bit more burst damage to your kit. Really interesting. I mean, there's a 20-second cooldown on that. What's the cooldown on armor up? 40-second cooldown? So in all reality, you're probably using this pretty rarely for a snag. Oh, so once every other. So you use this for a snag, and in an extended fight, a full-blown team fight fights out, you're battling for a long, long time, and you pop that and you slam, and you're slamming it into their face, but just for one little go of burst damage. Maybe that's not worth 3 talents on your kit. That's a lot of cards to spend to have a very low impact, get 1 minion on the board, if you're using some Hearthstone analogies. Let's see what's here, though. Rough Landing. Heroes pulled by Groundbreaker are slow. Groundbreaker. Slowed by 50% for 3 seconds. So more slow, but we don't have any interactions with the slows. Of course. 3 seconds, 2.5. Executioners are going to love Garrosh. Mortal Combo. If Wrecking Ball is used on a hero within 2 seconds of them being pulled by Groundbreaker, Wrecking Ball's cooldown is reduced by 10 seconds. 16. Okay. Well, there's no better person in the world than Thrall to try this out on. I want to know, with walking, cooldowns, and all that sort of thing, if we can... So weird. They give it an interesting little picture there.
Choose a
All right,
talent.
so we do range.
Choose a
Let's get the
talent.
minions going. We'll do
Choose a
Indomitable,
talent.
sure. Doesn't matter.
Choose a talent.
Doesn't, well, you know, could matter.
Choose a talent.
Doesn't matter.
Choose a talent.
Wrecking Ball used on a hero within 2 seconds of Groundbreaker. Okay. So I can get ground... Oh, we need to turn off cooldowns first, but help. Hitting it would help. All right, let's try. Nope, he ruined it. So I've got a window. Okay, so the cooldown is applied after they land, and you go to about 5 seconds. Right, because you only have a 2-second window to do it in.
Killing spree.
So then you have another one 5 seconds later. Gosh, that's a pretty big if, though. You know, maybe a... Well, you know, here I am doing it already. And pretty close. I mean, he's still in range to do it again. I guess that could work. Seems like a pretty big if, though, to add to your kit when you can just... Well, that's pooled, too. So these are both ifs. Huh. Wrecking Ball stuns enemies near the area of impact for 1.7 or 0.75. That's what you want, I think, because that's what you're going to use to interrupt a Nazebo, someone channeling on the side. Even a mini stun like that could be really powerful, but still situational. So I guess Earthshaker is what I would want in most cases. 50%. Only pooled. dealing damage over time. Cooldown. Oh, so that's the slow. Ah, I see. Pulling heroes gives it a slow 50%. Oh, so that is powerful. I got a little confused because these two both have a 30% on them. Yeah. So a 50% slow with that's pretty darn good. And if you're not hitting your pools, this is just a big if, but if you're not hitting your pool, rough landing. That sounds pretty darn good. Okay, let's max out a 20 and see what's on the top of the pile. Doesn't matter. We'll do the silence. I just want to read. Death Witch. Increase the duration of Warlord's Challenge by half a second. If an enemy hero is killed while affected by Warlord's Challenge, its cooldown is reduced by 45 seconds? Oh my god. Wow. Boy. Leaving resets on Mosh Pit, huh? You know, that's frightening. But, you know, if, right, it's level 20, there's a lot of level 20 things rolling around at that point. There's a lot of ways this can go wrong. Titanic Might. Wrecking Ball now throws the two closest enemies. Okay. We got to go back to the drawing board real quick.
Choose a talent.
Let's get Thrall out here. That's only
Choose a talent.
Groundbreaker, right? So that doesn't affect it. So this would make things a lot easier. I wouldn't have to be as careful, right? Through two minions. I want to see if they're doing damage to each other. 399? So wait, if I just grab one? Nope, I'm grabbing two. Well, here's another one. 399. Okay, so they don't damage each other, is what I was checking. Oh! Wait, but... So the dudes in the air don't damage each other. Perhaps. Let's see. Actually, are they? They're exploding. And that guy didn't die. They are damaging each other. Huh. That is very powerful. So then, suddenly my strategy to perhaps... to maybe lob things at... Wow. Oh my god. So, yeah. Cool to throw two people, but perhaps just throw two people on top of somebody else. Throw two lane minions, right? This doesn't work on monsters, though. Hero minion mercenary, no. So you couldn't use this to execute somebody in the Infernal Shrines pit. My goodness. Well, you got some lane clear on your kit, too. Still, I'm on cooldown here, 16 seconds, so... Interesting. Let's check the other guy.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Gotta go around the channels again. Decimate.
Choose a talent. Choose
Deadly
a talent.
Calm. Heroes hit by Decimate deal 20% less damage for 3 seconds. Once again, kind of the shrink ray equation. Do they know that they're dealing 20% decreased damage? No, they don't. They know they're slowed, but they don't know anything else. Could be surprising. Doesn't stack, though. At least doesn't say it stacks. Seems kind of weak. 3 seconds, though. I mean, you've got a whole damage build negation thing going on here. Let's see what's going on with body check at this level.
Choose a talent.
We got body check.
Choose a talent.
Nothing. Brute
Choose a
force. Doesn't
Choose a
matter.
talent.
That would be
Choose
double
a
up.
talent.
Doesn't matter. I guess it'd be a slow. You might want to... I don't
Choose
know.
a talent.
Inner Rage. Body check grants an additional charge. And this cooldown recharges 100% faster while armor up bonuses above 25. Well, hot dang. But we had to dig all the way and spend 3 talent points to get it here. So is that good? Well, okay. Full health. That doesn't matter. Oh. Broken little health. Nice. Nice little indicator there. We'll take some damage. Let's turn off the cooldowns. Because I'd still think now that I have this, what I'd really be going for is those big burst hits while I'm nearly invincible, in a sense. Just bam, 500, bam, 500. Now, I'm probably dead upon doing that, but that's what interests me about body check. Well, this will be interesting to try. We'll see what he looks like in combat. And that video will be posted in about tomorrow. Yeah. Enjoy Garrosh, guys. This looks really, really good. This looks really good. Scary good. I like it.